and senior leaders from our party, I'd like to welcome all of you here today. I must say that when I started to push the caste census in Telangana, in the back of my mind, the issue was there that we have Revanth Reddy ji as Chief Minister, and it will be difficult for him to push the caste census. It's not easy because his community would maybe not appreciate that action. And so I was looking quite carefully. And I must tell you, and I told the expert committee this, that Revanth Reddy, other leaders of Congress party, they exceeded my expectations very easily. Not only did they do the caste census in the spirit that it should have been done. You can do something in the right spirit and then you can do it incompetently. So they did it in the right spirit, and I can say with certainty that the level of competence with which they've done it, this is a milestone for social justice in the country. And this is going to define whether the BJP likes it or doesn't like it. This is now going to define how the national caste census is done. The caste census was not done in closed bureaucratic rooms. The door was opened and lakhs of people in Telangana, different communities, associations, different occupational groups, women, everybody was asked, what question do you want to be asked? Huge number of questions were collected, and then finally 54 questions? 56 questions, critical questions that define where a person is in terms of the share of power he has, the discrimination he faces, the assets he has or she has, the knowledge, the education they have was put on paper. And then it was asked to every single person in Telangana. Every single household was visited. And when our opposition said that it has not been done properly, then very smartly our leadership said, okay, all the people who have not been able to answer this question, please come. We will create a new window for you to answer that, to answer the questions. So, we must not underestimate what we have in our hand. See, in 1950s, 1960s, 1970s, if you asked, where does power come from? The answer you would get, oh, countries which have oil. It used to be called black gold. Countries which have oil have control over the global economic structure. If you ask that same question today, you ask Bill Gates that question, you ask Donald Trump that question, And you say, what is it that defines power today? He will tell you, data defines power today. And what Telangana has now is 21st century data, socio-economic, political, financial data, 21st century in the hand. There is a governance element to it, as the expert committee today pointed out, that now Telangana has the power to target development at the street level. Literally we can say, oh, this street is not as developed as this street. We can target caste, we can target education, we can target health, we can target anything you want us to target with this data. No other state in India today, has the ability to target development the way Telangana has. So it is a social tool. It is also a financial economic tool. What the BJP does not like is that it is also a political tool. And the fact of the matter is that the idea of breaking the wall, 50% wall on reservations, the 2 points that you mentioned, that the government of India is refusing, reservation in education and government positions and reservation in Panchayati Raj third tier, has the ability to destroy completely the politics of Hindutva. They know that, we know that. And that is why when we put pressure, not Rahul Gandhi, every single Congress worker, every single Congress member of Parliament, Kharge ji, Revanth Reddy ji, even Jairam Ramesh ji, the BJP was forced to listen. Right? And they do not have a choice. I know, just like all of you know, that the BJP is not going to do the caste census in the right way. They cannot do it. Because they cannot tell the people of India what is the true condition of OBCs, Dalits, and tribals. Even general castes. They cannot tell that truth to India, because if they tell that truth to India and India finds out that truth, their entire idea will die. Now I want to point out one very interesting fact. I asked the expert committee, who I would like to thank because they played a very important role. They provided an independent perspective. Independent outside the Congress perspective. I asked them today in our conversation, what is the single biggest factor that determines